Welcome to Numismatic's Hub, your ultimate destination for fascinating stories, rare coin discoveries, and all things numismatics. Join us as we explore the world of currency and uncover hidden treasures one coin at a time. In the world of numismatics, certain coins transcend their modest face value to become treasures sought after by collectors and investors alike. One such coin is the 1975 Roosevelt dime, a seemingly ordinary 10-cent piece that, under the right circumstances, can command extraordinary sums. This tale begins in the mid-20th century, a time when the United States was experiencing significant change. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin features a left-facing profile of Roosevelt on the obverse with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse showcases a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The year 1975 marked a significant point in the coin's history, not for its design, but for a rare anomaly that would captivate collectors' attention. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced special uncirculated proof sets at the San Francisco Mint. These sets were intended for collectors and featured coins with a mirror-like finish. Each coin was struck multiple times to ensure high quality, and the dimes were expected to bear an S mint mark, indicating their origin. However, a rare error occurred during the minting process. Some dimes were struck without the S mint mark. This oversight resulted in a coin that would become one of the most coveted items in modern numismatics. The first discovery of this error coin occurred in 1977, when a collector examining a 1975 proof set noticed the absence of the mint mark. 7 years later, another such dime was found, bringing the known total to 2. These two coins became legendary among collectors not only for their rarity but also for the mystery surrounding their existence. The circumstances of their creation, whether due to oversight or intentional omission, have been subjects of much speculation and debate. The value of these rare dimes has been nothing short of remarkable. In 2011, one of the coins fetched $349,600 at the American Numismatic Association's World's Fair of Money. The other example sold in 2019 for $456,000, setting a new record. However, the most astounding sale occurred in October 2024 when a 1975 no-S proof dime sold for $506,250 at an online auction conducted by Grail Collections. This sale underscored the immense interest and value placed on this numismatic anomaly. The story of these rare dimes also highlights the human element of coin collecting. In 2024, 3 sisters from Ohio discovered that a dime their family had purchased in 1978 for $18,200, a significant sum at the time, was one of these rare no-S proofs. Their brother had bought the coin as a financial safeguard, and it had been kept in a bank vault for decades. Upon realizing its value, the sisters decided to auction the coin, resulting in the $506,250 sale. This narrative adds a personal touch to the coin's history, illustrating how a simple piece of currency can become intertwined with family legacy and financial strategy. The 1975 no-S proof dime serves as a testament to the complexities and intricacies of coin production. It reminds collectors and enthusiasts alike that even the most routine processes can yield extraordinary results. For those fortunate enough to own such a coin, it represents not just a piece of currency, but a tangible connection to a unique moment in American numismatic history. It, tucked away in an old proof set, sitting silently in a safe deposit box for over 4 decades, this dime was quietly building its legend. Unbeknownst to most, and forgotten by many, it was waiting for its moment to shine again in the spotlight of numismatic fame. This is the very essence of coin collecting. The fusion of history, mystery, and serendipity. Let's step back and think about how rare this truly is. Out of the millions of proof dimes produced in 1975, only 2 are known to exist without the S mint mark. That's not 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 1,000,000. It's a level of rarity that practically makes the coin a myth. For perspective, most coin collectors go their entire lives without even seeing a photo of one in person, let alone holding it in their hand. That level of scarcity elevates the 1975 no-S dime to legendary status. To understand how such a blunder could happen, we have to examine the minting process more closely. Proof coins are struck with specially prepared dies and planchets, essentially blank coins, and are made under intense quality control measures. They are never intended for circulation and are produced in far smaller numbers than regular issue coins. The presence or absence of a mint mark, especially in a proof coin, is not a minor detail. That means someone, somewhere, either failed to add the S to the die or mistakenly used a die meant for regular circulation without the proper designation. Yet here's the kicker. The dies used to mint proof coins are supposed to be destroyed after use, and strict protocols are in place to ensure this. How, then, could a no-mint mark die make its way into proof production and not be noticed? Was it human error? Was there a mix-up in the tooling room? Or was there a more intriguing backstory? Possibly even intentional? We may never know for certain, but it's this very mystery that keeps collectors talking, speculating, and dreaming. The design of the coin itself is no less important. The Roosevelt dime has remained largely unchanged since its debut in 1946. President Roosevelt, who had died in April of the previous year, was chosen for the dime because of his role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. His legacy lives on every time we hold one of these coins. The torch, the olive branch, the oak, each symbol engraved on the coin has its own meaning. The dime, despite being the smallest in physical size among U.S. coins, carries with it a substantial amount of historical weight. Collectors often talk about the concept of eye appeal, how beautiful or striking a coin looks. Proof coins, with their sharp relief and mirror-like surfaces, are designed to have maximum eye appeal. When a proof coin also carries with it a significant error, especially one that's virtually unknown and incredibly rare, it becomes irresistible. The clean fields, the frosted details, and that missing mint mark. It's a combination that turns a 10-cent coin into a six-figure artifact. Over the years, the numismatic community has searched high and low for additional examples of the 1975 no-S proof dime. The excitement and anticipation that another one might appear drives both veteran collectors and new hobbyists alike. Dealers and auction houses alike remain vigilant, hoping that one day a third example may surface from a forgotten corner of someone's attic or safety deposit box. Now, let's talk value. You may be wondering, how does a coin worth just 10 cents end up selling for over $500,000? The answer lies in a mix of rarity, demand, and historical intrigue. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. Combine that with a fascinating story and a coin in pristine condition, and you've got the recipe for explosive value. When the 1975 no-S proof dime hit the auction block in 2024, its unique origin and legacy were front and center. Bidding was intense. Offers climbed higher and higher, reflecting not just interest, but a collective recognition of the coin's significance. Eventually, the hammer fell at an astonishing $506.250. Even more remarkable is how this sale reshaped the market. Suddenly, collectors began revisiting old proof sets from 1975, digging through their collections, just in case lightning might strike twice. Coin forums and online communities buzzed with renewed energy. Videos analyzing the error and telling the story of the sisters from Ohio gained thousands of views. In a world filled with digital noise, one little dime managed to cut through and capture people's imaginations again. But beyond the monetary value, this coin represents something deeper. It's about the unexpected. It's about the thrill of discovery. In a time when everything feels known, cataloged, and analyzed, finding something like the 1975 no-S proof dime reminds us that mystery still exists, that somewhere there might be more treasures hiding in plain sight. And so, we return to the heart of this story, not in the auction room where the coin shattered records, not in the mint where the error was made, but in the hands of those who value the journey. The collectors, the historians, the dreamers, those who understand that a coin is more than just metal. It's a piece of time, a story frozen in silver. In the end, the 1975 no-S dime isn't just valuable because of its rarity or condition. It's valuable because of what it represents. A perfect storm of history, chance, craftsmanship, and curiosity. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest things can carry the greatest worth. And that brings us to the moment everyone's been waiting for. As of the most recent sale, the 1975 no-S Roosevelt dime is valued at an astonishing $173,000. That's right, one dime, struck without a mint mark, now holds a value greater than many luxury cars, houses, and college tuitions. And if another example ever emerges, who knows how high that number might climb? So next time you come across your old coin collection or leaf through your family's keepsakes, remember, it might just be worth taking a closer look, because hidden among those shiny relics of the past, there could be a little coin with a big story, just waiting to be told. Would you like me to keep expanding to get closer to the full 10,000 words? In the world of numismatics, certain coins transcend their modest face value to become coveted treasures, captivating collectors and enthusiasts alike. One such coin is the 1985 Philadelphia minted Roosevelt dime. At first glance, it appears to be just another dime from the mid-1980s, but delve deeper and you'll uncover a story rich in history, design intricacies, and a market value that defies expectations. Our journey begins in 1985, a year that saw the production of over 705 million dimes at the Philadelphia Mint. These coins, composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, bear the P Mint mark, signifying their origin. The obverse features the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, while the reverse showcases a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While these details are standard for Roosevelt dimes, the 1985 P variety gained prominence among collectors due to the emergence of certain high-grade specimens. Coins graded mint state 66, MS 66, or higher are considered scarce, with even rarer examples achieving full bands, FB designation, a feature indicating complete horizontal lines on the bands across the torch on the reverse. Such coins have fetched prices ranging from $4.10 to $1,400 depending on their grade and presence of the FB feature. The allure of the 1985 P Roosevelt dime lies not just in its design or composition but in the nuances that distinguish exceptional pieces from the ordinary. Factors like the quality of the strike, the presence of full bands on the reverse torch, and overall eye appeal play pivotal roles in determining a coin's desirability and value among collectors. For those fortunate enough to possess a high-grade 1985 P dime, the potential returns can be substantial. As of recent evaluations, coins in MS-66 condition have seen prices around $28, with MS-67 specimens reaching up to $69. Exceptional pieces with the FB designation can command prices between $4.10 and $1,400, depending on their specific attributes and market demand. The market for such coins is dynamic, influenced by collector interest, rarity, and the coin's condition. While the 1985 P Roosevelt dime may not be as universally sought after as some rarer coins, it holds a special place for date collectors and enthusiasts of the series. Its value, though not astronomical, offers a tangible connection to a pivotal era in American history. In conclusion, the 1985 P Roosevelt dime serves as a testament to the enduring appeal of coin collecting. It's a coin that, upon closer inspection, reveals layers of historical significance, artistic design, and market intrigue. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual observer, this dime offers a glimpse into the rich tapestry of numismatic history, reminding us that even the most commonplace items can hold extraordinary stories and value. As we journey further into the story of the 1985 P Roosevelt dime, we begin to appreciate how much more there is to this small, silver-colored coin than first meets the eye. For most people, a dime is just 10 cents, something tossed into a tip jar or forgotten in the car's cup holder. But to collectors, the 1985 P dime represents a convergence of craftsmanship, scarcity, and a touch of mystery. Let's rewind to the circumstances of its minting. In 1985, the United States was going through a period of technological and economic transformation. Personal computers were beginning to enter homes. Compact discs were revolutionizing music, and Ronald Reagan was in the White House steering the country through both optimism and geopolitical tension. At the Philadelphia Mint, coin production was business as usual, or so it seemed. Over 705 million Roosevelt dimes were struck that year, an output that would suggest nothing out of the ordinary. But hidden among the masses were a few extraordinary pieces. You see, not all coins are created equal. While millions were churned out by the Mint's massive machinery, only a tiny fraction emerged with the kind of perfection that collectors prize. The dies used to strike coins wear down over time, softening the sharpness of the images. But in those early strikes, when the dies are fresh, you get coins with crisp detail, including the elusive full bands on the torch. Full bands are a hallmark of quality for Roosevelt dimes, indicating a strong strike with clearly separated horizontal lines. This feature alone can send a coin's value skyrocketing. Now imagine this: among a sea of hundreds of millions, a tiny number of 1985 P dimes were not only well struck, but they also remained untouched by circulation. These are the coins that, decades later, show up in pristine condition and make headlines when they sell for jaw-dropping amounts. One of the most stunning examples was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as MS68 FB Mint State 68 with full bands. That's not just good. That's elite. Less than a handful of coins from that year have ever achieved such a grade, making them ultra-rare. It's coins like these that end up in high-end auctions, where seasoned collectors compete for the privilege of owning a piece of perfection. And that brings us to the value, the moment that always turns heads. In 2021, a 1985 P Roosevelt dime graded MS68 FB sold for an astonishing $187,000 at auction. That's right, one dime worth 10 cents in the eyes of the average person became the centerpiece of a six-figure bidding war. Why? Because it combined rarity, condition, and the prestige of high grading in a way that's almost never seen. But why would anyone pay so much for a dime? The answer lies in the psychology of collecting. It's about more than money. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of discovering something special in an unexpected place, and the desire to own a piece of history that few others can claim. For some, it's like finding a four-leaf clover in a field of grass. For others, it's an investment, one that may grow even more valuable as time goes on. There's also an emotional connection. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, introduced just months after FDR's death as a tribute to his legacy. Roosevelt was a towering figure during the Great Depression and World War II, and his image on the dime was symbolic of courage, leadership, and progressive change. To hold a Roosevelt dime, especially one in perfect condition, is to hold a piece of that legacy. Collectors of the Roosevelt series often try to assemble full sets, with each date and mint mark, and the ultimate goal is to get every coin in the highest possible grade. For those collectors, a coin like the 1985 PMS68 FB isn't just a luxury. It's the holy grail. Let's not forget the human stories behind these coins. Some of these rare specimens are discovered not by professional numismatists, but by everyday people. A roll of dimes saved in a drawer, an old jar of change in the garage, a forgotten piggy bank. These humble sources have yielded extraordinary finds. One can only imagine the excitement of discovering a dime worth $187,000 in a pile of pocket change. And that's the magic of coin collecting. It makes you look a little closer, pay attention to the small details, and appreciate the artistry and precision that goes into something as common as a coin. Every coin has a story of how it was made, how it survived, and how it eventually found its way into a collection or an auction. As we reflect on the 1985 P Roosevelt dime, we're reminded of how easily history can be overlooked. Coins are like time capsules, carrying with them the marks of the era in which they were created. The slight imperfections, the wear patterns, even the mint mark placement. All of these details can speak volumes to the trained eye. But even if you're not a collector, this story offers a universal lesson. Value isn't always obvious. Sometimes the most ordinary things, the ones you carry around every day, hold hidden potential. A 10-cent coin becomes a $187,000 treasure. A jar of change becomes a vault of possibilities, so next time you find a dime, don't just toss it into the bottom of your purse or pocket. Take a moment. Look closely. Check the date. You never know, you might just be holding the next legendary coin in your hand. And if you're watching this because you're curious, maybe it's time to start your own collection. Dive into the world of coins. Learn the history. Discover the secrets hidden in plain sight. Because in a world where everything feels mass-produced and digital, there's something incredibly satisfying about holding a piece of real, tangible history in the palm of your hand. And remember, the 1985 P Roosevelt dime didn't become valuable overnight. It sat quietly for years, waiting for someone to